Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Memory Card, your retro and nostalgia conversation show. I'm your host, Cody Collects, and I'm here with a special guest. We've got Ivan Euro's gift. How's it going, dude?
What's up, my guy? You know, wait, let me do it like this in my TikTok. What's up, my guy?
Yeah, dude. Yep. Okay, make sure you check out Ivan's TikTok. The links will be down in the description. You're going to love his videos. That's all I'm going to say. He's got a ton of energy. And I guess a little bit, Ivan, before we get into things, what kind of content do you do on your TikTok, just so people get an idea?
I want to say, I want to pretend like I do everything, but I don't. I do comic TikToks. If you listen to if you read comics, or if you're into comics, come down to me, of course, and check out. Of course, you already know Cody, but they're the ones that kind of got me into doing it. Mainly comic book stash, Christian. I want to go into more anime soon, but I feel like I want to, kind of still continue my dive into comics because I am enjoying the whole culture and everything. It's a lot to catch up on, but it's fun. I'm going to move into video games soon too. Hopefully, if my internet allows, I can stream, but we'll see.
Nice, man. Yeah, dude. Very excited for all that content. Good stuff coming from Ivan. Like I said before, guys, this is Memory Card, your retro nostalgia video game conversation show. It's produced by Color Break, so Comic Book Stash, like Ivan mentioned, he's going to be editing this recording, so that's a lot of fun. And this show is brought to you guys by our good friends over at the Nerd Initiative. Be sure to check out their website. They got a lot of cool articles being posted all the time. Yeah, dude, it'd be cool to get some money, get some sponsors up in here. That'd be cool. But yeah, so let's just jump into things, man. So where I want to start, I got to start where it all began, man. What was your first video game console?
My first video game console. I think my first video game console was the GameCube. I think it was not even the GameCube. It was the N64.
Okay.
Which is funny because it wasn't even mine. It was my cousin's in New Jersey. And every time I went, we would just play. I think it was like old Pokemon party where like you would try to get Magikarp to jump as high as possible or some shit like that. And it was just
okay.
And we kept playing that or like Smash and things like that. And it was just a bunch of fun to let's play like. Get into games that way. Of course, it started off kind of toxic because we were all just competitive. It wasn't like for the fun of gaming. It was just to like talk to each other, like, yeah, I beat you at this. But as I got more into gaming, it became more like I just love to play video games.
Yeah, dude. So if your first one's the N64, it sounds like did you play like mostly like multiplayer games, or like did you play some single player games as well?
I played a lot of multiplayer games. I think the only game I played solo, I don't know if it's considered a solo player game, was like Mario 64. And that was about it. My most annoying memory with Mario 64 was like the big blocks that like would fall on you. Just go. Urgh!
Oh, what is it, like a thwomp or whatever?
Yeah, I think those things were I hated those things.
Nice, dude. So Mario 64, you mentioned, that's like one of my all-time favorite games. But actually I didn't play on the N64. I didn't have an N64, unfortunately. Yeah, sad, dude. I always wanted one, dude. I always thought that controller was just so crazy to me.
It's like the only triple like handheld controller. Like it's
it's just like totally crazy. Yeah. Like what?
It's so versatile in how you can hold it. I think it was like ahead of its time, but also like people aren't gonna use it as much as you think.
Right, dude. I think if they came out with like the N60, like if they did a modern day like thinking of that triple controller, I think you're right. It's pretty versatile, but we've come a long way in controller since then. So I would like to see maybe Nintendo go back to it. Do like a 2023 N64 controller, man. Like make it actually comfortable and
man, like if you guys could brought back the basically like kind of like the DS and the Switch, you could bring back the 64 and something else. Come on.
Yeah, man. I would love that. I know they do like Switch Online. I don't know if you have like the Switch or whatever, but they have like N64 Online too, and playing all those old games. Yeah.
I haven't used my Switch because it's broken, but when I get it back, I'm gonna check those.
Nice, dude. Okay, so on the N64, right? You mentioned Mario 64. What was like, and you mentioned Smash as well. Was that like your favorite multiplayer game? Like going hard in Smash?
I would say like I think Smash was like one of my first games. I wouldn't say it was like my main multiplayer game that like got me into like actually knowing that I like playing those type of games. I think the game that got me into like seriously like I want to be good at this was like I think Naruto Storm. Storm, and like those are the games that like I was like, yeah, I'm okay with this game, but I want to get better. And then like with Smash, I think it came later on, like when it like Smash Ultimate came out, is when I got more into it. I played like Brawl and and like all the other ones, but I think the ones that I actually got into the culture of Smash was Smash Ultimate.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, dude. Smash. 'Cause when I was I sent out the questionnaire to you, and I was asking, just like video game franchises that you love, and you wrote back with Smash. Smash is like a series that I've always really enjoyed, but I can never get like nothing more than like a baseline, like surface level enjoyment out of it. I just didn't put the time in to like learn a character and learn all that type of stuff. Even though, like you mentioned, it's like in theory the most approachable fighting game.
Yeah.
It just I guess I just can't wrap my head around fighting games like that. So I always loved it from afar, but I don't know. Can you tell me a little bit about like the culture about Smash that you love so much?
I think it's just set up like this. It's literally such a simple game. You know, you can have as many lives as you want to put. Of course, the standard is just 3, and you have 2 buttons you can attack with, and you can only have up, down, left, right as like your combo in a sense. But the way and how versatile you can make those match up, or how you can, get like KOs in different ways, like through spikes or through like just dumb things with the arena, the items, everything that like kind of adds to it. But I think what made the game more like of a competitive game for people to actually like kind of get into was when you kind of turn all of the extra stuff like the items and all the final smashes and all that off, and it's just straight hands, like it's just fighting. And I think because it's so simple, like in the sense of the mechanics, it's a lot easier for newer players to like get into. Like a lot of the Smash community kind of boomed again when Ultimate came out, and a lot of new players came in, and that was like kind of annoying for people that played like Brawl and stuff, because they're like, oh, it's like clout chasing or whatever. But it's just
Right.
game culture at the end of the day. Like people like games, and I think what sets Smash apart to like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, and it's like is the fact that you can pull off combos without having like 10 speed fingers. You know what I mean? You can have
Right.
like you can make great plays, and you can be a novice or you can be great. Like it's a very game of like how do you know your character. It doesn't matter if it's trash. Like there's characters that I've considered terrible and I've gotten dog walk with them. You know what I mean? And it's like
Right.
you can do whatever with the game, and I think that's what makes it so much fun. And like all the characters are just like, yeah, it's like Nintendo characters, but they all like mix match in a way. It's like, how are y'all fighting each other? That makes it interesting.
Yeah, dude. So I guess a question I have for you as a guy who's into Smash is, who do you main, right? Because everybody's got a main. I never played like enough to learn a character and like I don't, maybe like Ness or something, just because like I feel like he has like a move you can just do over and over again or whatever.
Broken.
Yeah, exactly, right. I knew he was broken, so that's like maybe the one I would if I'm trying to win against friends, that's who I would play. But yeah, dude, I'm interested in hearing who your main was or is.
I think I went through like maybe like 4 different ones while I was like playing the game. Like I had 4 different characters that I loved to play as. I played as, I think my first main was Corrin. I think that's his name, Corrin. And then I moved on to Young Link, which was just like,
Okay.
like I like him better than regular Link because the bomb, it just goes off on its own. You don't have to press a button and make it annoying. And then I think I went on to like Dark Samus. And then when the DLC came out, I was a complete like Joker head. Like I just kept playing Joker. Like I love Joker.
Oh, from Persona. Yep.
Yeah, he's just way too cool, dude.
Nice, dude. Okay, so you're not like I guess like some people, they're really into the the micro and the macro, and like they stick to like, oh, Falco's the best or whatever because like he's the fastest you can be or whatever. Okay. You're like, you want to win and stuff, but you still have like
I want to enjoy the game. Yeah, I don't want to be bored. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. So so you mentioned it, right? So you were talking about like it sounds like maybe Smash Ultimate is that your favorite Smash out of all of them? Because I know some people are like, they're pretty diehard, like they N64 or nothing, right?
Yeah, like they either like straight GameCube or we only do Brawl, like, or we just do Smash. Like I personally I think Smash Ultimate is my favorite one, just because I've played it the most and like I actually got into it. I can't say that like I had that same fire for the other games, so I can't say I love them, but they were good games and not bad at all. I would just say that Ultimate kind of had that it factor. Cause I think also with like just the reveal and how like the response to that reveal of like it coming out, I guess got more excitement into me than just like any of the other games, because everybody was just like, what, Smash coming back?
Dude, that like I've never seen anything like it, man, where every Nintendo Direct, right, where they do these presentations and you hear rumors that they're going to announce the new Smash character, and the internet just goes on fire, everybody just thinking about who they can do. And then they start pulling stuff from like not Nintendo properties, right? Like Minecraft Steve or whatever, right?
Yeah, Steve. They had, I think, Some of the Final Fantasy characters in there.
Yep.
They had Sora in there.
Right. Wasn't Sora? I think Sora was like the last one, right?
Yeah, I think he's like the last one so far. Of course, the Joker is not even close to Nintendo at all.
Right. Yeah.
Anime. And so it's like it's cool that they like kind of breaking boundaries. I think it's kind of funny that like people accepted that in Smash, but are like hating it so much with Fortnite.
It is interesting, right? Because like Nintendo showed like. It's like a celebration of gaming in general, right? Like we have Nintendo characters and we're celebrating that history, but then like you're saying, we're bringing in Kingdom Hearts, which is like one of the craziest like game franchises of all time.
I don't even know how
they got like their diehard fans. Yep, and everybody was just on the edge of their seat, like waiting to hear, because the possibilities at that point were just endless, right? Like they could have brought anybody in.
Exactly.
So yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
Why is he even in the game?
Yeah, dude. Like people are making lists, and it doesn't seem impossible for Gohan to. But then, like you're saying, like Fortnite's like, all right, we got some serious money behind it now, so
it's like
they can just drop down like, they can do like $1 billion for Darth Vader or whatever. Darth Vader, you're in. Come on.
Yeah, let's get him into the game. So we're gonna make it back anyway with all the downloads and buys. We're fine.
Oh, yep. Or like even they're doing like NBA people and like
it's like, look, bro, if
actual athletes and stuff.
The thing that's like made it weirder for me is like, because Fortnite's literally a game of like do whatever you want to win or have fun, do whatever you want to do. So why are people like so like against that there's characters from different universes coming into this? Like it wasn't. I don't know if it's like an anime thing, because it wasn't like that for Marvel. Like people accepted that shit when like they were bringing in Iron Man and all that into the game.
Right.
But like as soon as you talk about like, oh, we're bringing in Goku, that's a problem. But then like Naruto, I think even didn't get that response. Like people are like, oh, people are bringing in Naruto, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be lit. Of course, there are people that like of the anime fandoms that are like, oh, now we're gonna have the annoying Fortnite kids. But it's like that's only a small percentage. Everybody else is kind of like happy about it. They even gave them a reason to play Fortnite. You know what I mean? So I think it's a smart business move. But it's also like if you can find a way to enjoy a game just by the even if it's just by the character, then do it. Just do it.
Yeah, dude. I know for me when Fortnite was. I don't know. Maybe it's not at its peak of popularity. I'm not sure, but when everybody was playing, like everybody that you knew, everybody was playing it. I did spend quite a bit of money on some skins, dude. That was like,
yeah, bro, the hurt that I got.
Yeah,
when,
dude.
I went in online one day and like all of it was gone. I cried a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I felt so bad. Like I lost so much money.
It's crazy, and I don't even touch Fortnite anymore. You just think about it, like, oh man, it's just sitting there.
Just sitting there. Just a closet full of drip.
Yeah, man. Okay, well, so to go back to Smash and like the culture behind Smash and stuff like that, I was curious. Are you into like the esports scene of Smash at all? Like, do you keep up with like the tournaments and stuff?
I would say when I first was like, because of course I kind of like chilled out now because I'm a working man and stuff. But when I was like really like playing Smash, right, and I want to go back to it, of course, I would like look up like people that were using characters like I wanted to use professionally, to like watch their guides. I'd like watch streams like of different pro players, like I forget some of their names, like Leffen or Shofu and things like that, and I would just watch them and like see how they work with these characters. And I enjoyed just like seeing, like, especially when they would like a new character like from DLC would come out, I would watch like a stream of like a pro like learning that character and like seeing him like get like realizations and like breaking them down. And it was really cool to see that. But I think one of my favorite streamers, he's not even like a pro per se, but he's pretty good. His name is Berlizzi. He had like a whole like subscriber tournament, and it was like one of the most funnest thing to watch, because it was just like
nice.
Him as an announcer was hilarious, but like the players were actually like really good players. And I was like, wow, your viewers should be in esports, like, because they going nuts.
Nice. Nah, dude, I think like, you know, I watch some esports, right? But I think Smash is one of those it's just timeless, right? Like everybody can understand what's going on. It's so easy to just watch it, and it gets hype, right? And you hear the crowd going, and like some of those clips are just all time bangers. But
I think it's like a cult, like again, like a culture thing. It's like,
yep.
For Call of Duty, though they get like hype over that, it's harder to get into like what is hype about this,
right? Like if they're playing Search, right? And exactly, like you know what's going on, like their equipment and all that stuff. But
yeah, like you can get Search, like why it's hype, like it's like a 1v4,
right?
But like when you're watching like two people that are at the peak of their skills just fight, and like it's down to like maybe like one life, and like they're both like critical red. Nah, it's like the tension's high.
Right, because it just takes like that one, like if they
It's
land
like
just the one hit
it
or
takes
whatever.
one mistake or one move to get you the dub or the L, bro, and it's like you're just like,
Yeah, right, dude. It's intense, man. That's like some of my favorite esports to watch is the Smash stuff. Like I always try to tune into like if there's a final going on. Like I always try to catch the final just to see what's going on. But
oh yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good content. You know what I mean? I think I kind of had like the realization while I was playing, like getting into Smash, that like I am not a shooters kind of guy. Like I play it for my friends. Like I enjoy
I
the
got you.
games, but I suck. I have terrible aim.
So okay, so yeah, so you it sounds like you kind of trend more to the fighting games,
Yeah,
right?
I'm more of a
Gotcha.
fighting game kind of guy. Yeah.
I'm like the complete opposite. So that's so interesting. Like I could play shooters all the time. I play like a ton of Valorant or like Overwatch and stuff like that. But fighting games, I can't. It doesn't click. I don't know why.
I can play fighting games solo and like just play it, and then like if I try to go into a multiplayer like Call of Duty map, I'm playing 2 games max, like by myself.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm like, all right, yeah. If I don't have friends here to give me energy, I'm leaving.
So you mentioned earlier, you're talking about like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Like, do you like dabble in those as well, or like put the same amount of time as you did into Smash into those, or okay?
I'd say with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, no. I play
Gotcha.
them morely as like kind of like casually, like I play with my cousins, or if I get bored and I want to play a game, I'll play them. But like in terms of like taking them seriously, I never really got them in the sense because they were mainly games I like the combos. I mainly just button mashed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
and like when I did try to learn a character, trying to remember each button was like, all right, yeah, I only got one move. Like,
Right.
and like that's kind of like where it's like if you weren't playing the game for a minute, you're not gonna understand even if you pick up the new game. Like it's gonna take you a long time to get that learning curve. Whereas Smash, you can like, which I said is like it's so versatile to anybody. Like you can just play it and like you can get it and you can maybe get to the point of being really good, or you can just have fun. I think you
Yeah.
can't really do well past the story mode in those games if you're not decent. Because
Right.
online, them boys go on there to eat you up. I played for a little bit on Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and them they play like they have money on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. For like you said, dude. Like the story modes. That's kind of where I like Injustice is probably the best example. Injustice is my favorite fighting game of all time. You know, like 80% of that is because it's like a DC game, right? And like it's just like a good story that you're playing through. But yeah, it's just like a pretty solid fighting game. But yeah, I'm mostly a button masher. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. You know what I mean? Like,
I got no combos now. We're just
Right,
see
right,
what
right.
happens.
dude, like every time like I see a combo list, like my eyes just roll in the back of my head. I'm like, I can't.
Everybody, whenever I beat somebody with my busting match, they're like, how'd you do that? I said, like, go and let God.
Yeah, yep. That's awesome, dude. All right, man. So okay, so we're talking about fighting games a lot, right? It's kind of similar to fighting games, but action adventure or action is probably the genre for it. Tell me a little bit about your favorite game of all time, man.
My favorite game of all time. Oh my gosh. I mean, I could say the series. I do enjoy all the games, but Devil May Cry 3 being my first Devil May Cry, I think when I got my PS3, and it was like a game because if I don't know if people know this, but the original like the big blocky PS3, it's backwards compatible. You could like play it in PS2 games and it would work. And then when it got more slimmer, it stopped working. But so I never got those. But I remember like popping that game in like the opening sequence of like showing his shop and like the demons pull up and he's just like killing them while eating pizza and being cool. My like 10 or 9-year-old self was like, he's dope. I love this character. And like just playing the whole game, you get to like just fall in love with Dante's personality while also enjoying like how like wacky but like epic the fighting mechanics kind of are, because like it's very fast paced or slow paced, depending how you want to do it, but like it's very fun to like kind of combo all the different weapons you get with like passing through the missions. And you know, you also get into the point where you have like DLC with like his brother, which is Virgil, and like just both those characters they did very well. And I think the lore and the story behind the like Devil May Cry verse is just amazing. There is a manga, I haven't read it just yet, but I do want to get into it. But the game, if you haven't played Devil May Cry, please do. To put in the synopsis, it's two brothers. I mean, you're mainly playing as Dante, the more like rambunctious one, who they're half human, half demon. Their dad was like the guy who saved humanity by himself from the demons trying to take it over or whatever. And like you're playing as like in the third one at least, you're trying to stop your brother from reopening those gates. So it's like it's a fun game. I think especially as it goes into like 4 and 5 and like 2 and 1, and like they're all out of chronological order. It's like 3,
Right.
2, 1, and then it goes to the other ones. But Devil May Cry, great game. Great game. I definitely, if you haven't played it, play it. Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
So, dude, a couple notes, right? So you brought up the fat PS3. Oh man, dude, I loved my fat PS3.
Right?
It was so sick, dude. Backwards compatibility, like
So
the
close.
fact that, dude, the fact that they couldn't figure it out like on the PS4 to play PS3 games.
I was like, how?
Like, dude, PS3 was like my system, bro. Like
Right.
I have so many games that I would have loved to play it on my PS4. And the sad thing about my fat PS3, it got like the yellow light of death, right? So like,
yes.
so the
Bro.
classic for the Xbox was the red ring of death for the Xbox 360, but
Get that light. That light made you want to kill yourself. Oh my god.
dude, so the thing just like it overheat, you know, I just can't. It's bricked. Like I can't play
Yeah,
it.
you
It's
can't do
bricked.
anything with it, bro.
Open it up, dude. The entire thing's just covered in dust. I'm like, I know why. I know why it's bricked, but it's unfortunate, man. I love my fat PS3.
I miss it, honestly.
But dude, the other thing, right? You were describing like the gameplay of Devil May Cry games. It's been a series that, you know, it always looks appealing and it's got so much style. Like I can tell that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just, you know, they're wearing like so much leather and stuff. Like they know exactly what they are and like they just
Yeah.
lean into it so hard. It's
It's
always
like
like
a-
over the top and stuff like that.
And I love about the community is like we accept it. Like we accept the extraness of like the series that happens and like because it's mainly just Dante. Like he's an extra kind of guy. So like there's
Yeah.
a scene I think in like the if sorry for the spoilers for anybody, but like there's a scene in like a cutscene like the fourth one where he gets like a hat as a weapon, and it instead of going into the next mission, they literally take the time to do a pause, and he tries the hat on. It has a whole Michael Jackson dance thing. Like I swear to God, if you had thought it was like a mod or something, that's in the game. That's it. He starts dancing and singing like Michael Jackson. It was the funniest. Like I was like, what the.
Right, because it seems out of place, but then you're like, nah, I'm
Like,
playing Devil May Cry, so
May
maybe
Cry,
it makes
like-
like sense
like
in
a-
the context of the game.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, what the? I was like, yeah, Dante would do this type of shit.
Nice, dude. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's always been one of those series that I gotta try it. I feel like they maybe remastered. Maybe it was like
No, yeah,
5
they
or
did.
something. I don't know.
They
Like,
did,
would you recommend anything past 3, or like are those not as good?
I think it just depends on what you like. I mean, 2
Yep.
and 1 are good. They're not bad games. So that's to find them not as fun, considering like it brings out a more like a immature personality of Dante, so you have more fun playing because you're like he's not taking it serious until like he fights his brother, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And then I do recommend the first and second one just for chronologically safe points. But there's a game. It's hit or miss for some. It's called just DMC. It's like a reboot.
Right.
But I think they went in the right direction on changing him from just being like not in the right direction, but it was an interesting direction of like changing him from just being like human and demon to like angel and demon, and like he was a whole Nephilim thing,
Right.
which was like kind of cool. And he had 2 different sets of powers, but like other than that, they kind of lost the whole character of Dante. But like trying to make him like instead of like a goofy kind of funny, like I was like sometimes edgy, they made him like edgy and like sometimes goofy, and I was like, that's not Dante, that's not him. I don't like this.
Like it's not like your preferred characterization.
Yeah.
Like they totally. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the whole design and everything, and I was like, I do like the way the guns look better, but like just this whole
Right.
character design was like off. I was like, this is Andrew Garfield, not. that is
I
not
got you.
Dante.
Yeah. So I guess like for DMC, has it been like the genre that's drawn you to the genre, and then on top of that you like fell in love with the characters? Like, do you play other games in that genre? Like I'm thinking of I don't know, like Bayonetta or something like that.
I would say I've tried Bayonetta. I think it wasn't just like the game. I think it was just the gaming personality itself. I think it's just the
Yeah.
story, because I played those games. I tried those games. I did play them and I finished them and I did enjoy them. But can I say I liked them as much as like Devil May Cry? Nah, not even close. But that probably just has to do with like the connecting that I did with the character itself. Because I was like, I just love Dante and Virgil, and like I did enjoy Bayonetta. She's a very like good character, but I could tell what they were trying to do with her, and
Yeah.
I couldn't connect with it. I didn't really like. I enjoyed the game. Again, not saying it's a bad game. Like if you want to play it, please do. But I just didn't have that same like it factor for like how they did it with DMC, like in all the games. It was just like
Gotcha.
it set itself apart from like most games for me.
I got you. Yeah, dude. Listen, on your recommendation, bro, I'm gonna give DMC a try. I don't know how. Maybe it's on like PS Plus collection or whatever it
actually
is. But
when you said that they
Okay.
remastered it, you are right. There's like a collection of all of the games. I think until 4 now. But like when I got it, I think it was up till 3. And then like 4 came out, so I already had 4.
gotcha.
But yeah, so I think there is one in the store that you can download as a bundle.
Yeah, man. I'll give it a try, man. I'll let you know what I think of it.
No, it's
Yeah,
not-
dude. All right. Final question I got for you, dude. We always like to. We're gonna be ending this series, each episode in this series, with just tell me like some video game memories, man. Let's just reminisce, dude. So I like the one that you told me about, but you're definitely not. You know that's not the one. That's not the only one you have to talk about. But
I'll talk about something different before I get into that one because that one's it's
all right,
actually
yeah,
a
yeah.
core memory for me. I remember I think my first time playing GTA. I think because I remember I'd gotten my PlayStation and I had not known about like the online. Another point to why it's a PS3 is superior, free online. We'll take that out the way. But
that's true, and you can make like as many accounts as you want.
Exactly.
Like everybody can have whatever name they
you
wanted and stuff like that.
Wanted. But it was so good. They had a great blueprint. They did, but never mind. I think I was like playing GTA and like my aunt had called me and like called my mom, and I wasn't playing it. No, I lied. I didn't play it yet. I was just playing a different game, and then my aunt had called my aunt. My mom was like, "Hey, I just got my little cousin this PS3 and like this game he wanted GTA 4," and I'm like, "Why the f- does he have that? He's younger than me." and my mom is like, "Oh, that." She comes to my room and she's like, "Oh, do you have that game?" I'm like, "No," and immediately she took me to the store just to get it to play with him. And I was like,
nice.
You know what I mean? I was like, so that was like a W for me. And I remember like it started off, I understood the GTA culture from the minute because we killed each other and we just would not stop until we got revenge. Like, it was like, nah, I got to kill you. I can't let you just do that. And then we did do missions and stuff like that and separately. But like, I could tell you right now, the multiplayer from 4 to 5, astronomical jump. Astronomical.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one of like my favorite ones. 'Cause I remember like he was like the first person I started like ever like doing online games with, and like it.
Okay.
I guess it being a relative, I was more comfortable, and like we just had a lot of fun, just like around and doing whatever. You know what I mean? And I think the funniest thing was like whenever like our parents would come back, we toned down what we were doing. Like we started driving the speed limit on the game. We started not trying to hit anybody or shoot anybody. We're buying
just
stuff
like
at the
just
store.
as like a like don't take it away, right? Like
Yeah.
listen, it's a good. You can do math in the game, like maybe there's like some learning or whatever. You play darts, like it's not all bad, right? It's not all just killing.
Yeah, the most I saw was like reckless driving.
Nice. No, dude, I think so. So like you mentioned, right? I think a lot of my early online gaming like memories, it's tied to my cousin too. Like we just had so much fun playing. For us, it was like maybe like COD 4, like Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. But so you mentioned so it was GTA 4 is like this like what you're reminiscing about now. Yeah. So like what? Yeah, so like, did that evolve? Like, did you play like 5 a lot too? Like, did you put a ton of hours in number 5?
Me and my friends were the menaces on 5. Like, I think we did anything and everything that had to happen on 5. I think when they got out with crews and everything and the heists and stuff, it didn't matter how if we had school or whatever the next day, we're getting it done.
Nice.
And it was a lot of getting yelled at, and I was yelling in my room. Of course, people were asleep, and then. It was just a lot of it. It's just I think that's probably where like I have my most fondest memories. Like where I just had nothing to do but just go home and play video games. That's about it.
Yeah, dude. Me too, man. I mean, this adult stuff, dude. I gotta
trash.
When am I gonna retire, man? I'm like, I just started working. It's like
I'm trying to be 50 already. Fuck it.
I know, dude. No, that's yeah, dude. I mean, GTA Online, it's a totally different world. Like when I started, like when they put GTA Online out, like it was cool. Like you can do a lot of stuff and have people, but like you said, dude, there's heists and stuff, and you have crews, and it's all crazy now. Yeah,
they put it on steroids when they did 5, which I guess that's why they took so long to make the game. But like, yo, crazy improvement.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty impressive. Like Rockstar's got pretty impressive tech. Like I like all their games, like Red Dead 2 and stuff like that. So
I forgot about that game. You just unlocked the memory.
Yeah, dude. Let's hear it, man. Tell me about it.
Because I remember the reason I even played that game, I think this is gonna sound so bad. Oh my god. Okay, so I was at Walmart.
Okay.
I was at Walmart.
All good stories start at Walmart.
And I was just looking at video games. My mom was like just in that area. I was looking at video games, and I noticed that the discounted games thing, the dude, he just left, and it was open, and I was like. So I walked, and I see Red Dead 2 there, and I'm like... I walk away, and I put it under my shirt, and I just walk away. And my mom's like, what are you doing? It's like, what happened? I was like, I was looking at the video games. I went home, popped that boy in.
Wow, the first thing I did... You got Red Dead, man.
Yeah. And the first thing I did, I think I went on, like, a mission, and my horse died. And I was like, well... I'm not meant for the Old West. But it's a good game.
That's the classic. Yeah. Nice, dude. Why don't you tell me? So even if you know that other story is more important, it's like a core memory. I still love this story, dude. Let's hear about this too. The one that you had wrote to me about in the questionnaire. So you said it was around quarantine. Like me and my 3 friends just played Fortnite together. We kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But just like quarantine gaming, dude. Like I just love.
I think a lot of people have like, I don't know why people have bad memories about quarantine. I honestly loved it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say that right now. I loved quarantine.
Yeah, obviously. Like I don't think we need to say like obviously COVID's bad and stuff, but like you're saying, dude.
Yeah,
Like the
I loved it. I was at home. I got off work early, and so got paid the same, and I got to just play Fortnite and do whatever I want to do with my friends. It was a great time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But I think to talk about that is like I think I had not had Fortnite. I deleted it like when it kind of like got tired for me, and my PS4 at the time I think I couldn't play on it, so I had to use my Switch to play Fortnite with them because they want me to play like, oh yeah, they're cross compatible now, we can all play and stuff. And I was like, all right, bet. So I didn't have it, got it on my Switch, and when I tell you the most annoying thing to try to do is to play Fortnite with Joy-Cons. That is the most annoying thing in the world, bro.
Dude, some people are really good at it, which is like so crazy to me.
I'm here like, y'all are different. Y'all have like carpal tunnel already or something because they're so small to try and hit triggers with that and like try to build, but whatever. But it was like we would always like start out the game with like going into like a creative and then doing this like thing called Coliseum where we like go against each other, and it was always funny because we would always just do some shit and it was just we were never really good. No, I'll never want to play that position. We were never good. We were never winning a lot. We'd have days where we like won more than others, but like if we won like 2 or 3 back to back, we're done playing. All right, let's go.
Yeah, you gotta, you don't want to push your luck, you know.
Yeah, we had it. Let's not kill our vibe. We're done. But I think it was just how stupid we were in the game that just made it like a core memory for me. I don't think there was a day we played I didn't laugh my ass off. Like especially our friend Ashton. He's the most unaware when it comes to like certain things. Like I'll say I'm unaware when it comes to like a game map. I do not look at my map. I just see what's in front of me most of the time. Him, even in front of him, he's not gonna see it. I think we were fighting on the team. Or they were fighting. I don't think I was there for that, but like I think I was like at work or something. They were fighting on the team, and they told me about this. I had to record it. I think they were fighting on the team, and then my one friend Bradley, he gets down in health, and he's like, "Yo, Ashton, give me a med kit." And he's just, you see him walk past him, shooting, just kept shooting. Ashton, med kit, and he just starts screaming at him to give him heals. And he puts away his gun. He's like, "All right, fine, he's gonna give me a med kit," and he throws a grenade.
Right, he's just dude. He's in his own world, bro.
At them, he throws it at them, so their builds go down, and then they all just die, bro. It's just like it's how stupid we were while playing the game.
Yep.
That made it more fun than it was because we were dying a lot, bro. Like Fortnite in general, it's not like if you're not good at the game, you're not gonna have fun. But if you have friends that are just stupid as you are, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, man. I have a lot of like Valorant is a game I got pretty heavy into in quarantine, and I made some of like my best friends online. Like I have one friend that I've only seen like 2 times in real life, but we'll still play games like multiple times a week online. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it came from that quarantine era, man.
Quarantine was so fun, bro.
Yeah, dude. Some people had more fun than others. I will say. I definitely had.
Yeah, I had a lot more fun than most.
Oh, dude, I was like more time to game, man. That was great. Classes were more or less like canceled, right? Everybody stops caring and just playing games. Yeah.
Shout out Zoom U. Zoom U was amazing.
Dude, Zoom U. Listen, you got that degree. That's all that matters, man. But no, dude, this has been great. This is episode 2 of Memory Card. I want to thank my buddy Yvan, Euro's Gift, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I also wanted to say this. I think I told Christian too, but Memory Card's a dope name, by the way, for the concept.
Dude,
dope
so
name.
okay, you know it stinks a little bit because I like to call myself the idea guy of Color Break, but Christian did nail the name on it. I put the little slash in it. I put the slash in it, but Christian came up with the main Memory Card. You know, I got to give him the win sometimes, but yeah, man. Yeah.
Dope name.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Memory Card, your retro nostalgia video game conversation show, produced by our good friends Comic Book Stash, part of Color Break. And then make sure you check out the good folks over at the Nerd Initiative. Got an awesome website and a cool YouTube channel where you're watching this video right now. But make sure you go and follow Ivan's stuff, man. Ivan's the man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. He just got a whole bunch of comics. Twitch coming soon. All right.
Coming soon.
Nice, dude.
If my internet allows.
Right, yeah. And he just bought, $200 worth of pulls, comic book pulls that he's been supposed to So I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of comic reviews or whatever.
Remember, get your color break bags. Don't be a like me.
Yeah, dude. Make sure you check the link down below for the merch. I appreciate the plug, Ivan. But yeah, that's been Memory Card, episode number 2. Thank you for watching.
Bye, everyone.